So this is a false for a 2x2 board, right? If it's a 2x2 board, then, you know... okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So basically, I want to show assume contradiction now. So we have 16 left, 16 right, 16 up, 16 down. Adjacent doesn't include corner? Probably. I don't think so. It should be orthogonally adjacent. Why would it be false for a 2x2 board and true for a larger board? Not exactly 16 left. Could be 15 left, 17 right. Wait, what? It goes back to its original cell. So like the total displacement should be 0. Right? Yeah, it ends up back as its original cell, so it makes the number equal left-right move, so its total x displacement is like not correct. Some corner bounding. It has to reach the top and the bottom. Oh, yeah, wait, yeah, this is good. So, oh no, it's 8 up. No. No, that's not enough. Yeah, maybe we can try to get that it doesn't have any... If I start in the upper left corner, then at some point I'm at the very bottom row with like, it took me 8 down steps to get there and then I need 8 up steps to get back. So, this works for a 4x4, like the statement is true for a 4x4 or there's a counterexample on 4x4? Statement true, okay. Yeah, I believe that. 2x2, yeah, seems... It's trivially false for... Oh, really? Why do we want counterexamples? If you know, you want to see what the non-examples look like so you understand. Yeah, like, if it's false for a 6x6 board, that's actually very worrisome. Or, I mean, that tells us a lot, I think. About... And then, like, rotate. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I understand this construction. So for a 6x6 board, oh, this is a good problem. I thought this was gonna be something stupid. No, there's actually substance here. Yeah. So what you do is, so path. So, sorry folks, give me a moment to draw this. Okay, so take this shape and then we can rotate it by... No, no, no. God, this is really hard to draw. Okay, what's the last one? Yeah, so this is interesting that it's actually just completely false for it's completely false for 6x6 or in general any board that isn't too. So it's gonna be, I think it will be some sort of global argument. Is it doesn't like the small cases shouldn't behave this way, so to speak. Or but I mean, like you might imagine it was some sort of local thing, but it's because of this thing. It definitely isn't like. Oh, that's unfortunate that it is. Okay, so when I write this up, I have to do a 5x5, so it's not a swastika, huh? Oh, that's unfortunate. Extra work for me. Let's do that now. Alright, so 0, 3, and then 5, 4, 5, comma 4. Okay. Okay, so the blue one needs to move down a few pixels. This one needs to move right a few pixels. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so green is... and... I think I messed something up. The 5s here should all be 4s. That's the issue. Oh, this is so annoying. There you go. Alright, cool. So... yeah, okay, so here's your construction for a 10 by 10 board, etc. So what? Yeah, it's going to be. It has to be global, I think, because it's a parity. It's getting parity obstructed, so I suspect it has to be too strong. But it feels like it should be global because there's a constraint that feels very global. It's like the total number of moves is like fixed to be a particular thing, and we also know that the obstruction looks like it's parity based. Like when the parity is different, there's no obstruction. So I wonder if what can I do? Can I use complex combo? How would that work? This is Thank you, Hemi Tao, for this Prime sub. It's 3 months. Why am I looking for a counterexample? I think that's not a bad thing to do. Like, you try to construct a counterexample and see what you can. Shout out to V Enhance from MathKit 203. What should I try here? Why is it false for a 4x4 board? Why can't I do something like this? Just it really is. So do I color it or something? Like, yeah. Like I feel like I want to. Yeah, I mean, like like any solution to this problem has to also explain, like, yeah, the solution has to not work for a 6x6 or 10x10 board. That's how you can grade a problem like this. Like if you're a grader, you look at this and a student gives you a solution that looks weird and you want to find the mistake, you just try it on a 6x6 board and see where it breaks. Or 10x10. Oh wait, are those all shoutouts? I didn't know. Shout out to Get a Better Anagram Solver from K Vedula, and shout out to Evan Chen Sheep from InMapBot. Yeah, this is how you check solutions you think are wrong. Like, if you think the solution is wrong, you debug it against a known counterexample. This is also how you should debug your own solutions. Like if you have a solution that feels off to you, you should compare it to a 6x6 board and make sure it doesn't work for the 6x6 board. It's actually, I think, easier to check that a solution doesn't work than to check that a solution works in this way. Like rather than make sure each line is correct, you make sure the solution fails for a 6x6 board. So in this, I'm trying to think, like in what's happening is if for an odd, like this is a 5x5, so there's a path that goes from one corner to the other. And we know that such a thing doesn't work on, okay. So do I want to do like n squared over 4 type coloring? look at a path mod for... I mean, if I'm going to label the squares, I'm going to label them by ordered pairs and not by... Yeah, I'm going to label them by ordered pairs and not by the numbers. Label them mod 1. Ordered pairs mod 4. I feel like that's... Yeah. I feel like that's so sensitive, though. Like... It's a... I like the sentiment, because, like, we know that we are doing something based on the size mod 4. What would you do with that? It's like... Oh, do I just check it's impossible for a 4x4? And then take mod 4 or something? Does that make sense? Dude, am I just spouting nonsense? Like, what happens if I look at Z mod 4 cross Z mod 4? Or, not... Yeah, there's some wraparound issues. However... Like, in the 8x... In an 8x8 case or something that's, like it, like, here's a question. I don't know the answer to this question. Oh, no, it's definitely false. Never mind. There exists a path that works, but not a cycle. What do you mean by that? Okay. Is it true for a 12x12? Like, I say it's false for a 4x4, and therefore it should be false for an 8x8, because if it's true for a 4x4, I think you should be able to splice the cycles. Yeah. But I don't know if it's true for a 12x8. Why is it false for a 4x4? By inspection. Like, in a 4x4, each of the 4 corners needs to have, like, a thing. Like, the 4 corners are determined, so there's just not many cases. I don't think mod anything works, I wouldn't be surprised. But I feel like it has to be some sort of global idea. But I don't see what I'm supposed to do with it. There have to be an equal number of vertical moves in odd and even columns. What's the reason for this? What's your proposed coloring? Oh, okay, that's a good thing to know. Yeah, okay. So, on the other hand, from Derek's, or I'm sorry, from 3VT, there is a valid solution for Z mod 8. So if you make the board into a torus, it's also true for, yeah. Is someone actually keeping track of all the accidental name reveals? I feel like I haven't slipped up that many times. Alright, so if you color by x plus y, I'm trying to parse. So you're coloring x plus y, are you taking a mod? Or... mod 4, alright. So when I look color by x plus y mod 4, then... Why does that do anything? Oh my god. Yeah, one moment. I'm getting the hammer. Wrapping around the square. Wait, what? Has anyone ended stream? No. One day. Oh. I see. Okay, so okay. If I do A, B, D, C or something, I stream until someone ends streams. I don't see it. Why does this coloring do what it's claiming? I think I see something up. Yeah, that feels like it should be a true statement. So someone gave a complex thing. It was e to the 2 pi x plus y over 8. So e to the I x plus y. Or just I to the x plus y. You know, as long as we're going complex numbers, why don't I just paint the whole board with complex numbers? How about that? So we're gonna write 1x squared, and so on, and then y x squared y, and so on, and so on, and so forth. So, like, there's, there's 16 times x. There's 16 times y. Like, if we're gonna think about this, I think we should just write the most general thing first. And what's the thing we want? Yeah, this problem seems quite good, but I have no idea what I'm doing. What am I missing? The other thing is I'm not opposed to like abusing the fact that 8 is a small number. That y squared is 1, so just y equals minus 1 or what? Like, I can do that. I don't see what it's gonna do though. Like, because it feels like as written we know the net displacement is 0. Like no amount of maths is going to change that. Why isn't the price of a 1v1 countdown part 2? Shrug. Why isn't the price x squared equals 1? Yeah, I'm not opposed to abusing the fact that it is a small number. I don't know. Because let's say like here's something. Like in this example we constructed, in every row the number of there's a bit of regularity where in every particular row or column the number of sorry, what? Never mind. I was about to say something false. If I wanted to abuse smallness of A, what would I say? Like at each of the corners? I think the thing is because 3VT is saying that there's an example if it's a torus instead of a board, maybe we really have to use the fact that board has edges as well. I guess like here's a statement. Given a column of the board, or at least in like say the leftmost column, the leftmost column has the property that it has the same number of leftmost column has equally many left entries and right. Do I want to direct the path? I do want to direct it, right? I do care about the direction. So, entries and right exits. What is a playlist you hear in stream? Pretzel.rocks, which doesn't have a command. But just wait, right? Like, let's look at the leftmost column. You can only enter the column. You stay with up and down moves. Stay inside the column. So you can only enter the column from the left or from the right, and exit from the exit right. Yeah, so yes, yes, so let's keep repeating this, and hence true for every column. So you look at the second column, there's equally many left exits as right. It's like every move has like, why can't you repeat this in all columns? So in column 1, the number of, here, I'll put it this way. Number of moves column 1, well, left arrow C2 equals number of moves C2, C1 to C right arrow C2. So does the repeating work? Maybe it doesn't work. Hang on. Hang on. So hence number of, if I look at C2, the total number of entrance and exit in C2 is the same. And since so number of moves C2 to C3, column 3 is equal to the number of moves C2 to right arrow C3. And I messed something up in the tech. I forgot a dollar sign. Professionals. Is a learner, I think the thing you said is not true because, like, we drew a counterexample. Okay, so I feel like this is something. We need to, because there is a valid solution for Z mod 8 cross Z mod 8, we do need to use the edge of the board somehow, and I think there's a way we can use it. Where here, the number of moves, the number of times you enter column 1 and exit column 1 is equal. So then when I look at column 2, the interaction with the column 1 is like equally distributed, so the interaction with column 3... Actually, you don't even need... This is just true, right? If I have a knife and I cut the board, like just draw a vertical line, you cross, you weave in and out of that line equally often. Take the product of the whole path. What? Or add? At that point. So the product of the whole path, all right, I'm gonna momentarily ignore that. All right, so given so okay, so let's look at. I'm gonna make 7 incisions. Hmm. Doesn't this mean 4 in moves and 4 out moves per column? Similarly for rows. Is it true that the number of I don't think so. It's not like every move has to go in or out. I mean, I like for example, in particular, the number in each within each column, the number of horizontal moves equals the number of vertical moves is even, or something like that. So yeah, this example does have the regularity property. Like every place I try to make a cut, like if I draw this line or something, yeah, the number of left and right moves is equally distributed. I wonder if that's just true. If I have a column. Hang on. Or except here. This column is different. Okay, so it's not literally uniform. There's this weird one here. And I cut here, I only hit 2. Can I go by 2 by 2s? I don't like it. I don't like it because it feels I don't know why should it matter? Like, yeah, also learner, like, I don't know what you're trying to claim, but like, this is your counterexample. Like, there's a counterexample on the PDF. Just kind of follow it. Okay, so yeah, I like this thing with the cuts where I have these. So if I have 32 left and 32 right moves, and they're distributed among 7 columns, there's a column that has more than 4 left or right moves. So there's like 6 moves. There's one place that has 6 of them or something like that. All right, I'm gonna need a. All right, this has gotten past where I can use a PDF. So I'm gonna grab my iPad. I'll be right back. How hard is Tournament of Towns? Varies, but is often actually quite hard. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, there's 8 by 8 grid. Maybe I can make the one less slanted. Ah! Okay, so the point is that I have any hypothetical path. I have like, you have this one, this is column 1 to 2, 3, and I know that the number of left and the number of right is equal here, and I'm supposed to have 16 left, 16 right, 32 total. So 32 over 7 has equal to 4. So one of these incisions, among these 7 incisions, what I know is that there's some column well, we'll just take this one, for which there's the path has 6. There's like 6 things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or something. Yeah, because like, you have 32 over 7. The average is 32 over 7, but also every count is even. So, alright, I have 7 incisions. There's 32 left-right moves. So you need, one of them has, the average is like a little more than 4, and 6. 6 is the smallest even number greater than 4, because each one is like, yeah. And half of these are even, half of them are odd. I don't know if this is good. This feels like it's using the fact that 8 is small. So it's kind of sus. But whatever. I'll take it. So one possibility is that, well, these points are the ones of interest, right? I guess they can do that or something. They have to do that. This doesn't feel good. What am I gonna do? It's not enough to force anything. Well, okay. I guess by the same token, I know that somewhere there is a column with 6 more. Oh shit. I don't know what that does. All but finitely mean finite or infinite? Infinite. Cofinite is the word. Yeah, so the same thing is true for rows. I don't know if this does anything. It doesn't feel very good. Like, it's too local. The other thing we know is that the corners are, there's 4 corners on the board, and they're pretty, I mean, they're determined. They have to look like that. I just don't like, I feel like the left-right thing, like the fact that on each border, the fact that I know that there's an equal number of left and right is the best thing I have right now. Like, I know like the number of left and the number of rights are equal. I know this is true for all of them. Have you ever met the MIT math PhD John Ursel? I've seen him a few times. I never talked to him, I think. You still want to use the XY? What do you propose? You can't have both exponents be 0 mod 4. But like, you said there's a counterexample for like z mod 8 cross z mod 8, right? Like, why would that fail here? Do I use a global together with this? Like, do I say... This doesn't follow 16 of each because of the wraparound. Wait, what? Oh, I thought you meant there was a counterexample with wraparound that used 16 of each. Oh. Oh, I completely misunderstood your comment. Never mind. Okay, so we're gonna delete. Valid. How would wrapper... No, I thought you had got like 16 left and 16 right. You know, because maybe you can like pass through the left edge of the board and like end up on the rightmost column. Then the problem would probably be false. Why would it be? I mean, that's why I was so surprised when you told me. It was like, oh, okay, so mod arguments are still on the table. Uh, yeah, the numbers are. Here's a thought for you. Wait a minute. No, never mind. Maybe I can show up minus right is divisible by up minus down. What's it? No, but oh, I see. 12 plus works. Honestly, I wouldn't be that surprised. I would not actually be that surprised. If 12 plus works. Like, I think it's most likely that it's a parity abstraction, but it wouldn't be too strange if 8 is... Powers of 2 fail? That seems less likely to me. Wait, actually, hang on. No, I feel like... Wait, can you construct an example for 12? Even construct an example for 12, then we're going... Then we really want to know now. $12 works. Did we separate both directions? Wait, what? It seems like n gives 2n. Oh, maybe you're right. Wait, actually, hang on. So, if I take this example, this is a 10 by 10, and then I make 4 copies of it with various suitable rotations, and I can rotate them however I want, then I can... Can I make incisions? No, that doesn't make sense. I need to end in a different place than I started. N to 2, n gives 2 n if... Only if you start at a corner? I mean... It's a loop, sure you can start at a corner. Then it does seem you can piece them together at the center? Yeah, maybe. Let me think about that comment, because if this works for like a 20 by 20, I'm going to be very salty. So let's say we have loops, alright? And these 4 loops. So how would I collate these 4 loops into a thing? Can I collate them? If I have 4 loops, can I put them together to make one big loop? No, sorry, this is too disjoint. Okay, no, so that doesn't work if I do it that way. How do I merge that into a single loop? Yo, you can't... Wait a minute. Why am I getting... That doesn't make sense. X plus Y mod 4 may work. Okay, alright. How does it go? How does it go? And prove the sum is 2 mod 4 somehow. I don't get it. Okay, for each square, label with x plus y. Okay, okay. Alright. For each of the 60 spheres, okay. Alright. We're still on this problem? Yes. And then the sum should be 2 mod 4? What does this have to do with, like... Yeah, but what does that have to do with the path? Like... How do I use the path, like, at all? Are you, like, double counting the... Like, how do you sum over the path? Like, what? Somehow. You're Evan. Alright, how about I sum over twice the path? Alright, well, we'll see what happens. Oh my goodness. How do you induct with infinitely many things as base cases? I mean, the base cases are trivially true. that's the point of it being a base case. So the base cases are true. You just happen to have all but it just so happens that all but finally many of them are base cases. All right, so we're just doing this. No, actually. Do I want plus or times? So I'm gonna take the product of the path in alternating things. So product of, so let p be the product of the path. Then p squared is like dun dun. All right, so. No, the point is you'll get 0. I'm clown? Okay. I thought you would have figured it out. Okay. Oh man. See, why does no one give me easy problems anymore? Like, I feel like the last 2 or 3 streams, I'm just... What are you inducting on? That the number of children with label M is what it should be. I'm sorry, I thought this was not that hard. It looked puny, I agree. It looked like it should be easy. And now, here we are. Alright, back to the whiteboard. Like, I also somehow want to use the fact that it's down versus up, right? Do I? No, I don't need that. No, I do need that because there's a counterexample in Cmod. Or, oh, sorry, typo here. 32 horizontal and vertical. Is it just some parity invariant? Maybe I do have to look by 2x2s. I really didn't want to, but maybe it's time. I have a 2x2. Alright, I'll look at a freaking 2x2. So what are ways that you, what can you do with a 2x2 square? You can go like, that's one thing, as well as the rotations of it. And you can also do like, Is that it? Is it just those cases? Wait, actually there's fewer cases than I thought there would be. Oh no, there's also the one where you round all the corners. Doink, 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 doink. Alright, this still doesn't tell me anything about left versus right, but well. What's it? The inductive hypothesis is that the number of children of label M is equal to the number of ways that you can write M as f comma ab plus a times I plus b times j for integers I and j. If the fab is strictly greater than M, both of them are equal to 0. You can go around in the square? Oh crap. Yeah, that's true. Like 4 by 4 don't have center and this works. Wait, what? Yeah, sorry, there's more cases. I'm bad. Alright, I no longer think this is promising. You can also do like that and that, or that and that. Any math after this, we're going to be here a while. It's one of those days. I haven't gotten to play games for a few streams because I keep getting destroyed by the math problems that people give me. So, you know, here we are. Maybe consider div grad curl. Oh lord. I really want to use this incision thing though. I know there's 16 left, 16 right. Oh, jeez. So imagine toggling the edges in a 2 by 2. Oh, I like that idea a lot. That works if you're working with graphs instead of paths. Well, just treat it as a graph and it's fine. This is real. That sounds really good, actually. Thank you, Epic Draw. So, the idea is if I have this shape, you can apply an operation where now instead of this, you replace it with that. And you keep doing this until it's no longer possible. Yeah, this just works with general cycles and grid cycles. It doesn't need to be a grid, but I see. Maybe, okay. I guess this general sentiment is I don't care about so much about one cycle if there's going to be a statement that's true more generally. So, okay, let's try that. I mean, can you necessarily find such a thing? What do you know once you stop? Well, if you're stuck, then it tells you a lot, I think. Maybe I can just do that with corners. What do you think? How do we know that we won't cut the loop into 2 loops? We do cut the loop into 2 loops. That's the point. Hi, New Love Country. What if we word it as a Hamiltonian cycle on a bipartite graph? I don't. I hate it. Yeah, maybe I don't. I can just do. Can I just cut cycles? What if I just try to cut cycles? Well, maybe I don't need to be this specific, right? I can just be in general, like, Right, I'm glad you're looking forward to Yusina. Okay, well here's the thing. There's so many let's cut this into 2x2 squares. Alright, people wanted the 2x2 squares. Let's give the people what they want. And then there's some edges like oh freak. Pencil. So I'll cut the 8x8 into 2x2 squares like this. So the path has 64 moves, and then there's some moves that pass between like things. So frick! Oh, this is not quite what I want. You connect squares. There's an interesting thing where I think you can... No, you can't. What am I talking about? What if you invert the path? So I take all the edges that aren't present? Yeah, if I invert the path, the new thing also has equal horizontal and vertical edges. I agree. And so you take an edge if and only if it wasn't present before. So you like, there's some connections between pairs of squares. You take exactly the ones that were not present before. It'll still have an equal number of horizontal and vertical. It'll have a bunch of Yeah, and it'll still have equal number. Yeah. I'm not taking more problem requests because I've been on this problem since we started. uh, the corners are now isolated. That's cute. Okay, so mod 4 is now possible. How do you do the mod 4? You first prove the edges form a tree. What do you mean the edges form a tree? Which edges? Why is the solution on Google Groups? Okay, anyways, you can read that for the proof. Is this legal? Probably not. On the other hand, I think the invert idea is interesting. I want to see what happens if I want to try the inversion idea and see what happens because it seems weird and it doesn't use the fact that actually no. I think the problem with this thing about taking the complement that K Vidula suggested is that it's not going to use the fact that the original thing was a cycle. It only uses the fact that the original thing is too regular. So yeah, no, the problem is you're not using the fact that it's actually a loop. Yeah, the problem is you're not using the fact that the original graph is a loop. I was going to say that you could try to, because you have like these 24 endpoints around the border, and you could like try to say something about the way they're connected. But the issue is that if you're not using the original hypothesis, it can't work. It's not going to be true for any two regular that the number of horizontal and verticals. Yeah, I agree the number of loops looks like it's fine. Like, I think we should try to prove a statement about number of loops, and I don't know how to do it. But we're running out of ideas, so screw it. Let's try it. So forget loops, forget everything. Claim, odd loops if and only if, number of horizontal edges is 2 mod 4. Because I'm running out of ideas. What does odd loop mean? Odd number of loops. Like the number of loops. Like I claim a general statement for a graph, and yeah. And so to check this, all I need to do is verify it when I do some sort of cutting, like any form of cutting. Does this happen before? I feel like I should know this thing where like if there's only one loop and it's a parity obstruction, I should just generalize the statement to multiple loops. So this operation is okay. In general, if I have why 2 mod 4? Because that's what makes the claim work. So how do I do the cutting? Wait, actually, if it's true for any graph, I can just do the cutting however heck I want, right? Like, I don't even need to worry about balancing, do I? Like, all I have to do is take a low degree vertex and rebind it. Or, not low degree, everything is degree 2. But if I have like a degree 2 vertex that's looks like this, can I just like do that? No. Yes, no, maybe? By merging them, I think you want to go the other way. I think you want to make there a lot of loops. But the point is, there's certain cutting doesn't generate all configurations. You have to merge. Sure. Here, let me actually do it on a 4x4 just so I can see what I'm doing, because I feel like I'm flying blind. So here's like a thing. And what I'm allowed to, like, I can do any sort of cutting, right? What cutting am I allowed to do? I guess like here is a place I can cut. So on this graph, what you would do is you cut there, and you'd end up with like this edge, and then you would cut these. You end up here, 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 here. I'm lost. It's okay, I am too. Wait, Evan, it's clear that you know the 6 thing, right? What 6 thing? The counterexample for 6? Yeah, oh, yeah, uh-huh, what about it? Without loss generally... Oh, you want to do that? What happens if my first cut is here? If I do this transformation, and now I end up with like a loop inside a loop? Making Evan sad since 1999. I don't know, man. See, when I'm here, I'm actually in this stuck state. 7, 8, 2 mod 4. Yeah, I agree this is a good problem. I also just don't know what I'm doing anymore. Yeah, it sounds like left right isn't doing very much at this point. But horizontal versus vertical is. So maybe I should just draw on all the edges. And some of the edges are... Jeez. Here's a different idea. There's a... Are there... Mm-hmm. No. I need to use all the vertices. Like, maybe what I can do is try to reduce the picture to rectangles. So if I have, let's see. 180 degrees times n minus 2. Yeah, so if my... So you look at the cycles. For geometry reasons, the cycles are actually polygons, right? They're polygons where every angle is like, something. 90, 180, or 270. So if the polygon has side length greater than 4, has more than 4 sides, then your path will necessarily have these 270 degree angles. And maybe I can cut them there. So you have this path, and then somewhere you have like something that looks like this. You know, maybe you do more stuff. Can I do something with a 270 degree angle? Like, it would be nice if I could reduce the statement to just rectangles. Like, perturb the graph where... Like, if my collection of cycles is consists of a bunch of rectangles, then they're just rectangles, and probably the problem you can just do it. Unless the rectangles don't seem very bad. So I have this 270 degree angle, and that's what's preventing me from making everything just a rectangle. So... What do I do with the 270 degree angle? Help me out here, people. What is... Wait, is this UCMO 55? No. Oh no! Anyways, yeah, but what do I do with this? So... UCMO 5. Oh jeez. Is it gonna be something like that? I really hope not. Well, actually it'd be pretty funny if it was. Even number of right angles, 90 or 270. I don't see why that's... Yeah, the number of 90 degree angles is 4 more than the number of 270 degree angles. Those are also the points where there's actually turning. So what does that do? I mean, I think if you put a 40 modes on the stream, I might not solve it either. Like I'm not the. First of all, I'm like dumber on stream than I am in real life, like because I just have less bandwidth. Like I can't really use paper because I want everything to be on the screen, and also I'm like trying to be entertaining while also trying to solve the problems. But also, yeah, I'm also just not that good at combo. Like, let me be clear. You guys think that I just solve things. This is not actually true. Like, I don't just solve problems. Anyways, I do think 270-degree angles feels like it's going somewhere. So if I have a 270-degree angle, maybe what I can do is try to do something like that, where I don't like it. No, 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 no. What do I do with this? Yeah, I think we all think by now that it's definitely completely like mod. I want to try to use the angles to make to decide where to make perturbations, I think. But I keep running into this problem where like after there's more than one cycle, maybe the cycles are just like nested in each other. We can prove the sum of the angles is 360 mod 720. Can we also prove 0 mod 720? Sum of the areas. As you apply this operation. What's the operation is the question I have. Like, what am I trying to do here? See ya, Epic. Maybe cycles is not even... Can I allow... Can I allow multiple edges? If so, that makes my induction like much... Actually, it does. I don't know if it does that much. It lets me like... Pix theorem? Oh my god. Please no. I feel like I should allow multiple edges in my induction. Maybe at most 2 edges or something. Because this shape... Okay. Okay, okay, uh-huh. No, don't spoil. There's already a pretty big spoiler posted where... Okay, so I want to allow this, because the reason I want to allow this is because I have this thing in my head where, like, suppose my loop looks like this, alright? Like that, or something. Then I want to allow, because we think the prompt statement is true, with multiple loops, what I want to do is do this. And that way I have a lot of control over how the loops are being destroyed. Where I cut out those green edges and then do that instead. So keep I don't know. Like I guess I somehow end up with a rectangle with a bunch of these pairs of things inside. And then shoot, wait, hang on, something's wrong. Versus no, it should be okay. So yeah, I feel like let me look at this picture again. Yeah, there's like there are these things. So cut, replace. Okay, well. Claim. So, I would like to share a problem with you that I like. And that problem is called Brazil 2002 Problem 3. I hope it's 2002. Where you have a snake. So not even a loop, like a snake. And if you have a snake on a grid, then it's known that there is a U-turn. So now I have a loop. And when I have this loop, there's a U-turn. So what I can do is I can take that U-turn and make a cut, and I'll decrease the loop and then create a little edge here. And I can keep doing this, right? Thank you, Cthulhu, for the follow. Okay, so I keep doing this. Shit, cut. And eventually... No, it's not clear I can keep doing the cuts like this. I do feel like that 270-degree angle matters. If I have 2 consecutive 270-degree angles... Number of sides must be 0, mod 4. I mean, we all know it's mod 4. Like, everyone, we all agree it's mod 4. But like, anyways. There's a U-turn. I can delete the U-turn and then move that edge one up. Someone should have clipped that and freaking out. Wait, I'm back. Welcome back. We're still stuck. It has to be this. It should be something like this, where I keep replacing them until I just end up with a big square on the outside. Are you going to use Brazil 2002 on a problem that came out in 1999? Yeah. What? After, well, by the lemma doesn't quite work now because you're not using up all the squares. So, like, this is where I feel like I really want paper so I can siege ahead. Suppose like we have a loop. Suppose a loop is like length L. Like if I have a length L loop, the idea is to try to show that there's some in these dots, I want to show that there's some shape with like a U, i.e. the oh no. But I know there's 270-degree angles. There's gotta be. My problem is this. I do the operation I've suggested, and you know, something magical happens somehow, and you know, now we have this picture. This is the picture I have in my head, and you know, we originally the thing looked like this, and then I cut here, 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 and do that. Because there's a U-turn, and then I add this thing. So, yeah, I don't really need to duplicate it. But I'm drawing it as two green edges because I really think that the claim is true more generally. So if I do it this way, yeah. Yeah. So the idea is I want to do it again. And when I do it again, I'll end up with like a square. And so what I really hope is the following claim, which is that a non-rectangle has a U-turn. Yes, if there's a U-turn, then I can exploit it, and that's what I want. Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me draw this better. And then, you know, inside, because I keep doing these perturbation operations, there's like these little loops as I've been destroying everything. Is this going on Russian combo? Probably. Or I can put it on C8 Summit and kill everyone. Whatever, you know, we'll make up our mind once I figure out what the solution is. So yeah, I want it to be like this. So what's happening is this black loop has an interior and an exterior, and yeah, there's 270-degree angles. So somewhere there's a 270-degree angle, and so I think I want to follow a corners approach. There's a 270-degree angle. All these green these little green widgets I'm forming end up on the inside. So in my loop, there must be a shape that looks like this, and then this does something, this does something. And now I look at this vertex. This vertex is outside. This vertex is outside my loop right now. So either it's connected like that, in which case I found the U thing I want, or if it's connected here, I'm good. If it's not, then it's necessarily connected like here and here. So I can repeat this, switch to focusing here. It's a loop, it does, who knows what. And so there's always, in that way I get a U shape. So I have this U shape, this terminates because I'm on a grid or something. So given the U shape, I can now cut it, leave a green pair inside, and repeat. And as long as there are 270-degree angles, I can do this. Eventually, there are no 270-degree angles. For there to be no 270-degree angles, we must have a rectangle. So I have the shape where I have the entire border, and then inside everything consists of a bunch of little loops. Da 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 da, like so. And so I have a pairing of the interior squares, and something should happen now. I'm barely following. It's okay. I don't know what I'm doing either, but I think I'm getting somewhere. Alright, so every time I did this operation, this green... Okay, cool. 8... So 8 by 8, so there's an inner 36, there's 18 things in the inside. By... Each one involves a black and a white. I think this should work. I think this should work. Okay, and then I do a 4 coloring inside. A, B, C, D. Yeah, so I've reduced it to a statement about domino tilings. Can you share the tech file you are working on? I don't have the technology set up for that. At some point, maybe I'll do it, which will be annoying but feasible. Yeah, I got a rectangle. I think we're almost done. I have a rectangle where inside I have a bunch of edges that are paired this way, and I only need to prove the main claim for this situation. I think this should be easy. This feels like it must be easy. So for people that are struggling to follow, which should be everyone because I'm barely following. The idea is if there's a 270-degree angle, either there's a U-turn where we want it, like there's just a U-turn right away, or there's another 270-degree angle just outside. And we can keep following until we find a U-turn. Once we find a U-turn, like say, once we find a U-turn in the graph, so it's like a little U, we delete all 3 of them and then leave a green marker like this in the place, and then the black loop now gets 2 segments smaller, and I keep doing this until the black loop is a rectangle. Because of interior into exterior, like because of geometry, this black rectangle is exactly coincides with the the black rectangle should exactly coincide with the border of the 8x8, and now I have these little green guys that are floating around inside. The little green guys that are floating around inside are a domino tiling of the remaining 6x6 board. So the 8x8 border, that's that, and there's a 6x6 board inside, and I want to deal with it somehow. Alright, this should be easy. How do I finish? This is where I do the coloring, right? So the problem statement boils down to showing that if I have a domino tiling of a 6x6 board, the number of vertical dominoes is equal to the number of horizontal ones. This is mod 2. Mod 4? No, I mean, they're dominoes, so once I divide out by the factor of 2, it's mod 2. There's 19 loops here. So this is... yeah. Yeah, so it suffices now to show... what does it remain to show? Like, 6x6 domino tiling has number vert equal to number horizontal mod 2. This looks like it's a lot easier. I really hope we can do this. Stream, sorry, Stream, help me out here, okay? this should be easy. It's 2 by 2 by 2, 4 by 4. Yeah, it should be a coloring. What's the coloring? I never remember which one it is. Oh wait, yeah, because the total. Right, because there's 18 total dominoes. Okay, that's true. You don't need to practice at domino tiling. Oh, you just need this 18 dominoes. The second official solution uses picks and coloring? I hate it. You use Pick's theorem? Are you kidding me? You actually can use Pick's theorem? It tells you that the area of... oh, okay, fine. The area of the area inside the loop is constant. I see. So the area inside the loop is constant. In fact, it's equal to some number, and then you can checkerboard color the area inside. Is that right? So you checkerboard the area inside. There's equal number of white and black squares, and on something else, something. That is true. By Pick's theorem, the area inside is constant. Alright, we're doing one more problem. The other problem that I would suggest, the next one on the list is Putnam 2005 A6. If this is like the A6 from last week, I would be really mad.